So let's keep glazing the Houston Rockets here because that is now an opinion across the league. How about my guys from the Ubuntu Celtics? The guys who finally got them their first title from 1986 through 2008. Paul Pierce, old poo pants in a wheelchair himself, and Kevin Garnett. Anything is possible. Here they are talking about your Houston Rockets with Kevin Durant now aboard.
They coming up. Nobody had Houston being number 2 seed.
They got a baby Joker over there. Shinguini? Greeny, nice, Lord. He got the O and the I. He'll dunk you. He will flush your ass.
No. He won't smoke.
Yeah, like
Besides OKC, Houston, when I just look at their lineup and their team, they got the most dogs on their team.
You can't say that, P.
Dogs.
Can't say that,
No.
P.
Is Sengun a dog?
He a dog. There's some other teams with some dogs.
Is Amen a dog?
Yeah, he a dog. I got you. I hear you point.
Is Steven Adams a dog?
Yeah, he a dog. I got you. I didn't say they wasn't dogs.
I just named they whole
Nah. There's some teams with some dog.
I don't know. Are the Rockets dogs? 713-780-3776 to call it the text. Like the Texans think they're dogs. At some point, when I actually sit down and go through it, my big problem is with any task, I go way overboard and monomaniacal about it. Like last night, I spent a good hour and a half looking for a charger when I already have an extra charger. But I spent an hour and a half looking for it. I have no idea why I did that. But anyway, bringing it back. Wait a second. What? Is Walter Jr. doing Lexus ads now? Bizarre. Anyway, sorry, got sidetracked by one of the TVs in studio. Now there's a Rice Krispie treat ad on, which is my favorite snack that there is. Paul, get back on topic. Fine, we'll get back on topic. The Texans think they have a lot of dogs, and at some point I will sit down and I will make a compilation of every single time the Houston Texans have said dog, going back to the start of the Nick Caserio era. But the Rockets have a dog in Amen Thompson for sure. I think Atari Eason, who did not show himself to be a dog in the playoffs, if he was any dog, he was a Chihuahua, and that he was a bad dog, or a French Bulldog, and that he is a bad dog. Someone texted asking, Paul, are you a cat guy or a dog guy? Cat guy, I do like dogs, but there are certain dogs I cannot stand, and French Bulldogs and Chihuahuas are two of the top ones there. Atari Eason was closer to a Chihuahua during the playoffs. But dog. Shingun, I think, has the chance, as they call him, Shinguini, to be one. He needs to bulk up. He needs to get in bigger shape. The real big next question for the Houston Rockets is now about how much better both Amen Thompson and Alperen Sengun can get. Are these guys going to be star-level players? I think Thompson already is a star because I think he's the most athletic player in the league. I think that sets him apart from anyone. But he definitely has a lot to work on the offensive side of things. As far as Sengun goes, Sengun put in more effort on defense this year, which he deserves credit for, but it did feel like at times it maybe took away his legs, and he, for some reason, was just not very efficient underneath the basket. He needs to get into better shape, and he needs to get stronger because he also was having a tough time backing Draymond Green down during that series against the Warriors. So these are things that need to happen. But I think that both had the makings of a dog. I think Sengun showed some toughness in that series. He just needs to get physical and stronger. Draymond Green even said that he felt he was tough. And he said it multiple times already this offseason. He's been very complimentary of Sengun. I don't know if he's playing mind games here. I don't think Draymond does that. I think Draymond's pretty honest when it comes to how he feels about players in the league, especially guys like Dillon Brooks, no longer on the Rockets. Dillon Brooks was a dog, no longer there. Is Jabari Smith a dog? Jabari Smith is trustworthy. I think Jabari Smith needed to play more minutes in that playoff series. He didn't get the chance to. We don't know anything about Reed Shepherd. Cam Whitmore's in the dog house. Definitely not a dog to this point. But there are dogs here. I think I'm more with Kevin Garnett, though, than Paul Pierce, thinking that the dogs that the Houston Rockets have are puppies. They got the big paws. They're cute. You're excited about the long future ahead. But still a lot of ways to go. So there you go. Can text in 713-780-3776 is how you call. It's how you text. YouTube at ESPN Houston, Twitch at ESPN 975. Ooh, this is a fun one. It is the most interactive sports talk show in Houston, and I'll play along with this on the Twitch. Mount Rushmore of dogs. Some nominees. Virginia Buttonweed says Lassie. Well, collies are kind of a-holes. Collies are beautiful dogs, but Revier, the Aggies dog, I'm sure that dog is just I'm sure he's an arrogant a-hole. I'm sorry. And look, he's a beautiful dog. The collies are some of the most gorgeous dogs out there. But no, I'm not going to put him up there. I don't know if there's been a fictional Australian Shepherd, but I do love Australian Shepherds. Old Yeller got rabies, and they had to put him down.
Scooby-Doo.
Pooch. Scooby-Doo. Sean, that's a good point. He could talk and solve mysteries.
Yep.
I like that. That alone puts him at the top. Yeah. Clearly smoked pot, right? I mean, like
Contact
Shaggy.
Contact high at the very least.
For sure he was high at all times. Like it might have been involuntary, but yeah. Like all of the mystery machines, they were hotboxing that thing. Like every single one of them. They're, Fred's acting like he's all prim and proper. I would never do drugs. BS. Fred's probably getting the powder. Anyway, bringing it back to the actual dog side of it. 713-780-3776 to call to text. YouTube at ESPN Houston. Twitch at ESPN 975. The Mount Rushmore of dogs. Who are the Mount Rushmore of dogs? First off, you absolutely have to put Scooby-Doo in there. After that, it gets a little tricky. Is Snoopy there? Snoopy can play instruments. Snoopy daydreams about being a fighter pilot, taking on the World War I era Germans, who were not the Nazis, but were equally vilified back in the day. So I guess you could put him up there. Brian Griffin's an obnoxious drunk. So, no, like someone who looks down on you because he's read a couple of books. So, not a fan of him. The dog from Call of the Wild, Buck, that dog, I think, is up there. Because that dog was a domesticated one, and he went out in the wild and he became a wild dog. So he's definitely up there. I would say Ghost from Game of Thrones, Jon Snow's dog, is also on that Mount Rushmore. I don't mean
to gatekeep Paul, but wasn't he a wolf?
Oh, he was a direwolf. I guess that's true.
I don't know
Fair
how
point.
inclusive you want your Mount Rushmore to be. I just,
That's fair.
Are we doing wolves or are we doing dogs?
That's fair. That's totally fair.
But he was a pet. I can see where the line is blurred.
Clifford the big red dog, no, because who's picking up that poop? Who is picking up that poop? I bet that Clifford the big red dog's parents just left it on the sidewalk. I bet they never took care of it, not once. So, listen, that's something that I feel like you have to keep in mind. I will put Bud, Air Bud. He's definitely got to be on it. And I'm getting some other ones here. Balto. No, Balto. Yeah, Balto's a husky. Huskies are cute, but huskies are a little dramatic. So no, I'm not going to put him in there. Just not. How about this? Wishbone. Wishbone, the dog from the PBS TV show about books. Because I learned a lot from Wishbone. I think he was a great teacher. So there you go. That's the Mount Rushmore of dogs. It is the Paul Gallant Show, ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. If you want to jump in, you can at 713-780-3776 to call to text. YouTube at ESPN Houston, Twitch at ESPN 975. The Mount Rushmore of dogs. We got a lot of people from the 281. Snoopy played the guitar, you uncultured swine. We can't put Cujo on. Wasn't Cujo eating children? Same thing with Hercules from the movie The Sandlot. Like, supposedly eating children. That's at least what the perception was.
Hercules turned out to be fine, though.
He did turn out to be fine, but like once the mystery was gone, he just became a disgusting, slobbering dog. He
was very slobbery.
Oh, Beethoven.
Yeah, I never seen the Beethovens.
People will be mad if he doesn't get mentioned. I don't know if he's Mount Rushmore, but Beethoven was good. Deserves to be on the bubble.
Okay. Okie doke. I'll allow it. I do not. It's like a reference that's going over my head.
Okay. Yeah,
of
that's
which there are
probably
very
like
few.
A little too. It's like in the weird zone between our age group of when those movies came out.
Blue's Clues. I mean,
it's a good dog.
What
also
happened to
taught
Steve?
you a lot. Also taught
What happened
you
to
a lot.
What happened to Steve? And by the way, we're having this conversation because Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett said the Houston Rockets are dogs.
Yes.
Just wanted to make it clear.
Very
this
professional reset.
This is a sports-related conversation.
Steve,
Blue-
yeah, he came back, didn't he?
He-
He left and came back.
That's true, but he was gone for like 20 years. Did Blue have him in like, and Blue probably dies at age 16, 14, dies of natural causes, and then Steve's out all of a sudden? Like
St. Steve was on the run.
I don't know. No, I think Blue might have kidnapped Steve and put him in a basement. And then it's like, I want all the money, and we're gonna bring in this replacement, and we're gonna pay him less.
Look at me. I'm Bluey. I'm the captain now.
Right. Oh, but you've also got Bluey.
Bluey.
So I don't have a kid yet. BMAC, are you watching Bluey yet?
No,
as a
my
dad?
daughter's not into that.
Okay. I got to ask Joe, because Joe's here as well, if Joe Jr. is watching Bluey, because I know some kids watch Bluey. I have yet to see it. Ooh, Scuff McGruff, the crime dog. That's fair.
He was a narc, though. I don't want to. I'm not putting a narc on our Mount Rushmore.
Well,
Scruff.
Oh, okay. So vigilante justice that Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Machine.
He was
crew were
high. We
doing.
can't have them on the same list. You can't have McGruff, the crime dog, and Scooby-Doo on
McGruff
the
was
same
going.
list.
He was going through the
McGruff
right
would
channels.
bust him.
Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois, 60652. It's sad that I
That
still
sounds
know
like
that
you're doing
song.
the Tally voice.
Hey, we're Tally did drugs, and
He and Scooby would have got along.
they would have gotten along a lot. So yeah, Mount Rushmore dogs. There was one that came to mind a moment ago, and my scatterbrain it went off because BMAC made it funny. That was a funny line. Scrappy Doo, no. I listen. I don't want to sound abusive towards dogs, but I think I would have left. Shout out to Robbie who came out here. I think I would have left Scrappy back at the home. I think I would.
Wow.
I think I would.
Yeah,
Scrappy's
sucks.
annoying as hell. Scrappy sucks. Yeah, Scrappy's the worst.
Scrappy doesn't get his forever home.
No.
You ever
F Scrappy.
you ever go to someone's house and they have a dog and you're like, this dog sucks. That's
Yeah.
That's Scrappy.
Yes.
That's
100%.
Scrappy.
Yes. Oh, that's the absolute worst. Mount Rushmore of dogs. Ooh, I got one. I got it. Now people are gonna get mad at this one, but I think this one that deserves a place at the table. I think Sean's watched this show. Cat Dog.
Oh yeah.
Because it's half cat and half dog.
No.
What is that from?
It's a TV show
Nickelodeon.
called Cat Dog on
Yeah.
Nickelodeon.
Oh, no, I've never seen it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm putting him on because it's still got a little cat.
I feel like this
I
becomes
thought
a
that was
hot
going
button
to be from
issue.
the.
This
I
becomes
thought
a
that,
hot button issue real fast.
for a second, I thought that was from Sean's favorite movie, Dogman.
No, Dogman also
Dogman.
sucks. Narc.
Dogman sucks.
Narc.
Oh, he is a narc.
He's
That
a
is
cop.
true.
Oh, that's true. He is a
Uh,
nerd. Yeah.
And we've already established cop dogs are out.
No, yeah, they're out.
Cat
Can't have
dog,
a cat
though.
dog.
Cat dog, the haters will say he's 50% cat, 50% dog. So does he belong on the dog list?
Oh, yeah, it's not quite a majority
He was having a dog in him.
because the cat's first and
I
the
just-
dog's second.
Listen, we saw with the boxer in the Olympics, we see Simone Biles and that swimmer get into it. I just don't want that. I just don't want that to be part of the culture war to have cat dog. It's hot button these days.
Which one? I've always wondered this about Cat Dog, and sorry to make people think about this
No.
in the lunch hour.
Let's do it.
How does he go to the bathroom? Like which one?
Which half is cat?
Like, well, because cats do hairballs a lot.
Right.
This might be more natural for the cat.
And I think the cat spit up hairballs in the
Right.
cartoon. If I remember this cartoon,
So maybe the
25
maybe the
years
hairball was.
So the cat was the upper half?
Well, the cat.
No,
they
they're-
both had heads.
Look up a picture.
but what had the
Brian,
digestive
please
tract?
inform
All
yourself.
right.
Do your own research.
I sound
on cat
very
dog,
ignorant.
please.
I sound
It's
very
like
ignorant.
it's like
right
a
now.
half. Like there's like a
They're both faces. Both ends of the
And
animals
this is a
two
two-headed
legs.
animal.
have
two-headed.
head.
Yeah.
Okay.
head to head.
And they're connected. They're like conjoined.
Yeah.
Sounding very Greek here. Mythology.
It is very great.
A lot of people were nominating John Wick's dog. John Wick's dog was very cute, and the part where John Wick's dog, after getting killed, crawls, or getting the hell beaten out of it by Theon Greyjoy, crawls all the way back and dies right next to John Wick. Oh, it's so sad. Sorry, I'm bringing up sad moments. We're going to make it fun again. Mount Rushmore dogs continues. Sean Mapes back in Mission Control. We're live here at Cactus Jack's as part of our summer circuit. You had some nominations. Hit us.
Yes, of dogs that at least we hadn't mentioned on air. I don't know if people had sent these in, but Courage, the cowardly dog, going with the cartoons.
But he's a coward.
He's a cowardly dog, yeah. But he does save the day somehow.
He does save the day a lot, like accidentally, seemingly. Yes, that is true.
Gromit from Wallace and Gromit. I think he's a pretty good dog. Inventor, or
that's
at least
true. I've never seen it,
Inventor.
But I know it's the claymation British show, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's a good fictional dog.
Lady and/or the Tramp.
More of
the
tramp guy.
Yeah,
I'm more of
awesome.
the tramp. Doesn't even have a name. Did he have a name?
He's the
I
Tramp.
don't know.
He's the Tramp. What?
Give him a name. What? He like
I feel like
supplies he's a
Sean
whore.
Googled that one.
You know what?
Who's gonna name
That's like
him?
some classism.
Who's gonna
That's
name him?
The tramp's
He's a
name.
tramp. No one names the Tramp.
He does not have a proper name that he uses himself. According to the animated dogs wiki, other dogs like Tony and Joe call him Butch, but he doesn't identify with those names. The name Tramp was chosen by Walt Disney after considering other options like Homer, Rags, and Bozo. Damn.
Great name with the Tramp.
In Italy, Tramp's name has been established. This is Disney Wikipedia official. Has been established as Biagio il Randagio, a Biagio the stray dog, which is also what Tony and Joe call him in this. Okay, so his name is Biagio. Don't call him a tramp. Don't call him a tramp.
Sorry, I didn't have the Italian cut of
you should
Lady
be.
and the Tramp.
It's anti-Italian discrimination. Oh, you're just gonna call him a tramp. Oh, he's a dog. He sleeps in the streets. Oh, he's going after the other ladies. He's going after lady over here.
He does. That's what he does in the movie.
Lady's prissy. Lady. Oh, look at me. I'm lady. I'm too good for you. The tramp, whose name I won't even ask for, bitch. And by the way, I could call her that. She's a dog. There's a term for female dogs. Okay.
Well done.
Thank you.
That is very true. I would say legendary dog probably of cinema, Toto from Wizard of Oz.
Ooh, that's true. That's true.
Got sucked up in a tornado.
That's
I don't
true.
know.
But he was.
What was that? I like my dogs that don't get sucked up by tornadoes.
Yeah.
Is that?
Damn right.
Didn't he wake them up when they all got high in the opium? The poppy. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge in the poppy field. Didn't he wake him up?
I think
thought he
so.
did.
I don't remember.
I think so.
I don't remember.
But I don't remember it perfectly.
Someone.
Oh, go for it.
No, you go for it.
The last one, I don't know his name, but the dog from Tom and Jerry that would always beat up Jerry.
Oh yeah,
the one that in.
He looked like he was on steroids.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one that
the
would clock
giant,
in, yeah.
loving father.
Yes.
Just doing what dogs do, which is
He
beat
looks
the
like
hell out of
Doing
Tom.
his job.
He looked a lot like the Gonzaga and
Yes.
the Georgia mascots, when in reality Bulldogs look very different. I'm guessing this was like an American Bulldog. This dog
Or
that
like Bull
constantly beat 'em
Mastiff,
up.
maybe? I don't know.
Maybe something like that. A couple of people have said Odie. No,
Nah.
Odie sucks.
no. Odie's
He's a
Odie's
B.
stupid. Yeah, we don't like him. I would say the same thing about Pluto. You know what? Pluto's goofy. I would have been able to tolerate Pluto from Disney. Scrappy Doo. I've said before I would have left him at a shelter. And Scooby Doo. Scooby Doo is definitely on the Mount Rushmore because Scooby Doo like solve mysteries, can talk a little bit, and like definitely was 420 friendly.
I think he might be the number one. Like,
yeah,
I don't know if
I
there's a
agree.
dog better than Scooby.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick probably does not like Scooby Doo.
No,
I think
but
I think you'd put him down.
Governor Greg Abbott, more
Yeah.
on his side.
That's true. That's 100% true. Ricky Williams also on his side. Ricky Williams has been like the biggest advocate for like not following through with this complete ban of all hemp-related products. How about that? You're learning something new every day. Bringing it about to dogs. Who let the dogs out? Who?
Ricky Williams was the dog when he played.
Some people are asking, how'd you leave these dogs out? No, we talked about some of these dogs already, like Lassie and Old Yeller and some of these other ones already.
Has anyone brought up? Sean, I think, went back to the 40s with
Toto.
Toto, yeah. But Hooch from the Tom Hanks classic.
I haven't
Turner
seen
Hooch.
Turner and Hooch, but
No?
there are enough references made to Turner and Hooch in the movies, in the TV show Scrubs,
Yeah.
that I feel like I need to watch it.
That and the Jim Belushi cinematic masterpiece K9.
K9.
I believe that's a German Shepherd in that movie.
AR Platinum has a good one. Does Triumph the insult comic dog
Ooh.
from Conan count?
I think he counts. Why does
Yeah.
I think he counts.
I think he's on the Mount Rushmore too.
I would agree. He's fantastic. I would love to bring him on. Goofy. Is Goofy a cow or a dog?
Goofy's
He's
a dog. He's a
Yeah,
dog.
I think he's a cow.
He's a high class
Why do you
dog.
think he's a cow?
Because
Look at his ears.
I haven't seen him shirtless. He might have udders.
Google it. I bet if you Google Goofy,
No,
shirtless, you'll
this is
probably
the
Male
thing.
get
cows don't
something.
have udders, by the way.
Well, maybe he identified. He's Goofy.
Okay,
He might
I
identify.
I always thought he was a dog, and I always thought it was messed up that
I did
Pluto's a
too.
pet and Goofy is an equal to Mickey. I thought that was messed up that they did that.
Per artificial intelligence, Goofy is neither a dog nor a cow,
What? What is
despite his appearance and some character relationships. He is an anthropomorphic dog and often associated with dogs. His official designation is Canis goofus. Okay, so I guess he is more of a dog. He's not a cow, but I guess he's married to a cow.
Yes, he is.
Clarabelle cow.
No disrespect, but yes.
He likes the boobs. I get it. Likes some udders.
Chubby
All right,
Chaser
he likes
Goofy. That's what
He
you're
likes
saying.
a thick woman.
Yeah, he likes the thick women. Oh, he would have liked Total Recall, I think. Anyway,
You know what?
She
Yes,
was,
Goofy the dog would have
Goofy's
liked
in the way
Totally.
there.
Goofy.
Gorsh. Yeah.